did that. We do that. We joke on each other. We take other people's names and we shove them in to make the other people look like they're really, really conceited. We're always putting someone's name in somewhere. But yeah, that's been fun. That notion. Carver Edlund. I like that character too. It's one of my favorites.
I know you can't tell us much about season 7. Can you just tell us what you'd like us to know about what's coming up in season 7? What we should look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, I think that to me, one of the interesting things about season 7 is this show keeps evolving. It doesn't stop. It doesn't end. And I think we'll still have big, titanic, dark moves and big bad events and real character struggle and all. But I feel like, it's a buzzword that you may have heard, maybe Sarah said or something like, there's a B-movie quality that we're looking at because they've been through so much that there's just a natural, it's almost funny at this point. I mean, we still love them, we still love their struggles, and that's nothing to not take seriously. But they've died so many times. They've been to hell and heaven, all this stuff. And through their friend became God. Like at a certain point, I really feel like there's a quality, there's a very funny piece of their puzzle now that is just season 7 exasperation. You're like, oh no, look at the locusts have blotted out the sun, and there's like, again? Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, open the trunk. We got. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's something. I think we're going to play with some. We'll get fun out of it, and it will be kind of honest truth about it. They've just been through so much. But yeah, I see that the tone moving from, say, we were in noir last year to some degree, moving to returning to almost a more popcorn fun, and maybe a touch more of an ironic, satirical edge to the humor. Oh yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be fun.
How do you find that line of keeping things believable when you do bring them back to life so many times? I mean, there's so much you can do.
We've lost that line.
Well, do you scrap ideas because you're like, okay, that's not going to fly with the audience? Or...
Oh yeah. No, and that's a real. I mean, we frequently corner ourselves in areas where we're asking those questions. Like we sent Dean to hell, and then we're sitting around going, well, he's definitely got to come back. So what are we going to do that doesn't push the audience in the wrong place, put them in the wrong position? That's always a real question. In a way, this show has done away, death doesn't function for us as there's nothing terminal about death. Death is not one of the borders of our show, and that's just the truth of our show. So the people who have ridden with us this long have decided, yeah, okay, I'll buy a show where death isn't real, which I believe actually for the main characters. There's a lot of death all around, but that is a more true portrait of a television series. It's more honest than most shows because every show lives in the basic conceit that their main characters will not die. We just happen to say, no, that's not true. We'll just bring them back. So there's a statement about continuity and death and all these things and what television is. I mean, there's stuff in the natural fabric of this television series or any show that goes through 7 seasons. Wow, I've gotten so heady I've forgotten. It's mostly an answer.
What's your most fun to write? The heavy stuff, the funny stuff? Does it matter?
I think the funny stuff is the most fun to write. I think the heavy stuff for me is the most challenging because I'm used to actually have a more comedy background with the Tick and stuff, where I've been mostly my sense of dialogue, scene length, and timing. If there's 4 jokes in the scene, good. All right, we're done. It's more on the comedy side, so I know when I've written something that works in comedy. I'm more of I don't know exactly what I'm doing in drama. I'm more well, I don't know. Will people buy it? Is it maudlin? Is it saccharine? I don't. My sense is so it's more of it's a riskier, more probably engaging task for me to write the dramatic ones. Both are good.
Over the last number of seasons, we've had a number of meta episodes. Will we be looking forward to anything of that sort, or more of those Ben Edlund stamped kind of approval comedy?
Yes, I want that. We put ourselves in another interesting position because French Mistake. I'm not sure how much more meta you can get. Actually, once you've like called the characters the actors who played them, and then you're in Vancouver, and you cop to being in Vancouver, like you do it all. Like we were worried about that actually. Oh, is that going to do it? It doesn't matter. But we thought maybe the veil would come off, and everyone would be like, oh, well, that's just a TV show. I was confused for 6 years. All right, now I get it. I'd like to do something like that. I think that.